barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I'm like 3 minutes into the Fight Hub interview. I'm gonna say this: Marcos is becoming seasoned. He's like me. He allowed people to say things he want to say and he not get blamed. Marcos, I believe, just based off of what I've seen through COVID, he's he's not too fond of PBC, but he plays it very, very well. He plays it close to the best, and congratulations to him. But Danny Garcia, who has a card the same day as Al Haymon, like Tank Davis ain't 1, 2, or 3 on PBC. That's a bar. 3's PBC. Like, you don't know Al Haymon has a fight card on that day. That's intentional spite, man. You ain't, why aren't you in Vegas at the fight? You know, and first I want to say congratulations to Danny. You know, I remember he was missing a fight because his daughter was starting school when he had a fight at the Barclay. And second, before I get into continue this boxing satire, y'all baby daddies want to Google satire. I want to say congratulations on starting your promotional company. I think you're the first fighter on PBC to put up their own money. You know, the Charlos had one, but it was Al Haymon's money. But Danny Garcia, not Danny. I guess it's a Garcia thing. Mikey Garcia put on one the day before he fought Earl Spence. And they have a gym in Texas. I'm not sure if they still have it, but I want to say congratulations to Danny on that move. I think it's a genius move. You probably should have started this promotional company when you beat Zab Judah. But, you know, when you were selling out the Barclay, when you were at the height, you know, that's what I do. I maximize everything. You know, that's why I'm in a mansion now because of COVID. Y'all sat and complained and fought over tissue paper. You know, Fred, why you always talking about yourself? Because I'm doing a video, me, myself, and I. It's just me, myself, and I. And I know you're going to listen, and I know you're going to get mad in the comment section. I got to please everybody. But anyways, Danny Garcia was afraid to say Al Haymon's name. You know, you spoke to him a few times, you know, so you knew you was going up against him. You knew if you take 5,000 fans out of the boxing market, out of Philadelphia, it's going to hurt his pay-per-view numbers. Come on, man. And I'm glad your dad is doing well. The more Danny and Angel fight, the better it is for boxing. Whether you love them or hate them, they draw in people. But they're a little bit older now. I don't know if Danny Garcia is a star any longer. I just think he's a popular fighter, you know, because been too inactive. You know, he was inactive before he, forgive me for saying because I don't remember the opponent. Remember he cried and said he had mental health issues. That went viral for a hot second. And then he had, and then he hasn't fought since, you know, so. You know, if y'all like it, I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. But he has a silent protest going on. He has a fight date the same day, and you're not in Vegas. Y'all remember years ago when PBC had a fight and all the PBC fighters showed up and everybody was happy. I made money on YouTube interviewing a lot of people. Now you go to a fight on a Thursday. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't y'all used to your feeds on a PBC fight, on a pay-per-view fight being littered with interviews? You know, Blue Blood is not covering fights, you know, so I don't get you know, I don't get I don't get the coverage I normally do. You know, Um, so I think every journalist I think Marcos outside of Marcos is pretty mediocre, and I'm not clumping them all together. I don't know everyone's name, but I'm just saying it's been real average, and Marcos, you almost as good as me, almost. I mean, you got like that extra 20% is when you're making. I'm gonna say what Marcos is gonna be a great journalist when he doesn't need boxing, when he start covering other sports and start making money in 5 or 6 different ventures. He start putting shows on where he can look at boxing like, shit, I don't need y'all. I'm doing y'all a service. And that's why I believe one of the reasons why I was great, because I didn't need income from boxing. I just wanted the truth, and I think my fearlessness is what made me great. Now, moving forward, Danny, you better get your butt back in the ring. You old, man. You old, dog. You see the gray in my beard? You know what I mean? You old, dog. And you better get those last twos and few $1 million out of your career while you can. I'm going to tell you that now, because it's going to be almost impossible for you to get $1 million checks moving forward. All right? And I'm not saying it harshly. I'm saying it because I have, in my outer circle, I have lots when I say lots, my outer circle is littered with professional athletes, littered, like hundreds. I wouldn't say hundreds because I don't talk to hundreds of people, but I live in LA. I was a great athlete, at the lower levels, and, I trained athletes. So I've, so squeeze that money out of you. You better go fly to Al Haymon and holler at him by giving my release, or fly to Saudi Arabia and go talk to the sheik. Go kiss his ring. You know what I mean? I think it's weird a little bit, probably because I haven't been in his presence. There may be some genuine with Turkey a la sheik. I hope it's real genuine, because I would hate for y'all to be Jesse Owens. Hitler here looking down at Jesse Owens at the track, still kind of weird to me. The greatest athlete of that era, out of Ohio State. I know many of y'all didn't even know Jesse Owens went to Ohio State, but yeah, he went to Ohio State, the Ohio State University, So with that being said, I said a whole lot, but Danny, speak up, man. Speak up, man. You got a wife and a handful of kids, man. You already made it. I know Al Haymon has paid you handsomely over the years, and it's hard to bite the hand that feeds you. But my question is, you can bite the hand that feeds you if the food isn't nourishing. That's a bar. You better bite the hand that feeds you. So it's time for you to float on. Better go up that Hudson. You better float up and down that I-95. You better be a real promoter and get that money. There's a lot of money in that. I'm going to tell you right now, Danny, to be an I-95 promoter, you could be very successful. Yeah. Shout out to, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but Hoffman's was maybe still successful. Warriors boxing up and down that I-95. I'm drawing a blank, but the guy that owns the baseball team out of Brooklyn, I haven't seen him in a while. Tall guy. Him and Al fell out. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He was very successful. And Danny, you, in terms of being a promoter, you got the cachet. In terms of being a fighter, I don't know, because you haven't been impressive lately, but you could be a great B-side opponent and win. I think the Barclay days are over for PBC as a business and as a draw. Like they had a hub. They had a 10,000 person hub when I was covering boxing. It was beautiful to see all the beautiful people, man. You know what I mean? You can catch a train. You can catch a 2 train from Harlem. Was it 2 or 3 train all the way from Harlem? You can catch at 145th and Lenox Ave, where I grew up at, with my grandfather, the greatest man I ever knew. You know what I mean? Catch a train at 145, stay on the train for, 45 minutes. Next thing you know, you under the water, You know what I mean? You go underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, you cut across underneath the water, you come above, and guess what? You in front of the Barclay, man. You could do the same thing going home. You know what I mean? But y'all go ahead and have a great day. But Danny, man, speak up. Y'all fighters got to start speaking up because you contradicted yourself. Well, I want to fight in 2023 and 2024 and see where I'm at. And then you said I got to be patient. And then you say I ain't getting no younger. Then you say when you mention Al Haymon's name, I got to be patient. You know what I mean? Listen, this ain't no barrage on Danny Garcia at all. You know what I mean? I think Danny has been nothing short of great to me. I've never asked for anything but an interview. His dad, I love his dad. You know what I mean? I love him. Good, bad, and ugly. He's great for boxing. You know what I mean? I respect that family. They kept it close to the best. Danny Garcia is successful. His sister is successful. Dad got back with his mom. He fought for his family. I respect all of that, man. He beat cancer. He said he had a minor stroke. Man, the Garcias are survivors, man. You know, I want him to squeeze these last millions that he got out of his career. He got about 3 fights in him. If he loses, he can get a comeback fight. If he wins that comeback fight, he can squeeze in another pay, and I think that's it. You know, not unless he want to stick around, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? I don't know now, but who wants to stick around? But that's why I applaud him for doing what he did. Anyways, I said a whole lot, pretty segmented, but y'all go ahead and have a glorious day. Click the link below. Subscribe to the channel. Go watch that movie on Elijah Muhammad I got a movie on there. I got a movie down there with Charleston White in it too. Y'all go watch it. Peace, guys.